Hello, parasocial besties. How was your week? I missed you. Okay, that's enough. Give me the talking stick back. I don't know if any of you guys know this about me, but I did used to have a TikTok channel that I used to post on pretty frequently until I got bored and burnt out and stressed out. So I stopped posting, but not before I posted a video about Miss Katy Perry. I'd made a 2.5-minute compilation of all my least favorite Katy Perry moments back in like 2023. And because of her going to space and then kissed the ground about it and then acted like she was the Joan of Arc of our time, people were like, wow, she's super weird and cringy and I really want to talk about it. It's only gotten like 2 or 3 other comments. So I went to respond to the comment, and what happens when you respond to a comment? The video starts playing. So I was like, man, I really do hate Katy Perry, so I kind of want to watch this. So I sat and I watched all 2.5 minutes, giggling my little fool head off and cringing the entire time. Because she's a hot topic again, I just thought it'd be a lot of fun to watch that video, talk some shit, and just have like a little kiki sesh. We have boy in the enrichment cage today. PSA, this is an enrichment cage. I really do love my fellow ratties who are like, are you trying to murder him? Are you trying to collapse his lungs? They need better ventilation. And I'm like, no, I get it. And I love that because most people see rats and they're like, they don't worry about saving them. They don't give a shit. So rat people are my favorite people. Ratties unite. Anyway, why do I hate Katy Perry? Well, it's not necessarily her. It's just kind of like everything she stands for. So Miss Catherine Reginald Perry started as Catherine Elizabeth Hudson and started her life as a Christian gospel singer. She released her first album under something like Katy Hudson with her first label, switched labels, released I Kissed a Girl, and then just popped off from there. It was iconic at the time, except to the bi girlies. I don't know if you other gays or theys had this experience back in the day, but when that song came out, I was like 14, 15, and like the rest of most women my age, I was getting groomed. I was on Meet Me. I was on Kick. I was doing things that I shouldn't be doing, but I didn't know better. And if I were to mention that I was bisexual, the amount of old ass men being like, you want to recreate that? You want to get a friend? And we can like make out and get drunk and have a threesome? And I was
15.
My friends were
15.
And these men were like 23, 24, 25. And I only remember their ages because I remember one of them I stayed friends with for like a really long time after because I didn't realize friends who groom you probably aren't friends to begin with. So anyway, because of that, I had misplaced my rage against Katy because I was like, you started this bitch. This was your idea. You created the barsexuals. That is a term, by the way. Look it up. I don't know if it actually started before her or not, but like I thought it started with her, so that's what I'm saying. Even though I really do not like Katy, I have realized like she kind of does make bangers. Katy Perry is one of those women who've like arguably done really well for themselves. I think she's a morally reprehensible person, and I can also recognize that she's made some fucking bangers. Hot and Cold, my best friend and I used that as her breakup song for like 3 whole months when it came out. California Girls, before we figured out Snoop also sucks. But then she also has like some super nefarious stuff. For example, bullying a nun to death. Technically it wasn't Katy who did it. I do think the stress contributed though. The nun literally dropped dead in court while trying to fight to sell her freaking nunnery to a restaurateur lady. And the archdiocese heard that, went, not in my Christian Minecraft server, bitch. But Katy Perry can buy it because the nuns had already allegedly sold the house to the restaurateur. She was already living in the house. And Katy was like, too bad, so sad, get the fuck out. Get off of my property. When I was looking into this, I found an article that said, quote, in 2016, a judge ruled against the nuns, declaring the $15.5 million sale to Hollister invalid and ordered her to pay the archdiocese and Perry millions in legal fees. Now, like, I don't know if he just expected these individual nuns to have $15 million. I don't know where they thought it was coming from. Like, I'm sure the church is loaded, but these 2 individual nuns, probably not. Especially because one already fucking passed away from the stress. This is all on the shoulders of the other nun. I wonder if we could get a GoFundMe going to help her pay. My 988 subscribers will make 15 million happen. So Katy ended up with the house. It does get a lot worse, but this is really all I want to get into because it's already really sad. I know I was making a lot of jokes, but genuinely I do want to say rest in peace to Sister Catherine Rose Holzman. She's the nun who passed away. And fuck you, Katy Perry, on her behalf. Unless that's not what Catherine would want. Well, fuck you from me. Somehow we have another real estate based incident that Katy Perry has been in. Quote, Katy Perry is slammed as unforgivable for suing 85-year-old veteran she evicted from $15 million Montecito mansion. There are a lot of 80-year-olds and $15 million deals going around here. I know it's nothing, but I really love a pattern. Let's continue.
Some of my least favorite Katy Perry moments.
I'm from California.
You cannot be 25.
25.
No,
16.
I have 3 kids, so that's like...
Get away from here. What are you saying?
Huh?
You okay, Katie?
Nope.
It's okay.
If Katie lays on the table, I think I'm gonna pass out.
3 kids.
Honey, you've been laying on the table too much.
By the way, this woman is named Sarah.
She's an icon. She's a legend.
And she was shamed on national TV by Katy Perry. Catherine, you don't know how all of those babies were conceived. For example, what if one of them had been conceived after, I don't know, being forced to lay down on the table? If you pick up what I'm putting down. Quote, American Idol contestant calls out Katy Perry's mom shaming joke. It was hurtful. Sarah said, it was embarrassing to have that on TV. It was hurtful and that's that. I think that women supporting and uplifting other women is so cool. And I think that mom shaming is super lame. And I think that it's hard enough to be a mom and it's hard enough to be a woman. Katie, do you need to watch Barbie again? Is that what we need to do? You need to learn what unity and femininity and womanhood is all about. What's even more frustrating is that Katie was like, no, don't leave. As if Katie fully wasn't the one who bullied her into leaving. And that was just on TV. I do kind of wonder how Katie was behind the scenes. Speaking of bullying contestants on America's Got Talent.
Gonna do something sweet for you. So, Justin, let's go.
I can't take another watermelon sugar.
Come on now.
Is this watermelon sugar?
It's watermelon.
Oh.
So this video was really short and I ended up figuring out who the guy was thanks to this article who originally posted the video. So I went to his channel and he added like a little more context to the situation via another video, but we're gonna talk about his first video just so super quick. The time I took the screenshot was 143, which is funny because that has to do with Katy Perry as well. Is Katy Perry in my walls? If she is, can she like pay me a little rent? What the fuck? Sucking up all my air conditioning? You owe me $15 million. Quote, American Idol contestant said he's traumatized from Katy Perry arguing against his song choice. Like, it is kind of funny, but also that would actually be extremely traumatizing because imagine you've gotten excited. You've practiced this for months. You've come up with your jazzy little cover of this song, and now you're in front of probably several million people, and you're so excited to share your heart song, and Katie goes, watermelon sugar. I don't know how he kept moving, but he was a trooper. I enjoyed his little lounge version. But sorry, Adrielle. Sorry, Katy Perry maybe ruined the song Watermelon Sugar for you. She certainly ruined it for me on your behalf. Okay, this one's like super fucking rough, so let's just go.
Have you kissed a girl and liked it?
No, I've never been in a relationship.
Really?
I can't kiss a girl without being in a relationship.
Come here, baby.
No, wait, hold on.
Come here. Come on. Come here right now.
You can't
Come
be.
here right now. Come here.
Stop. What, on the cheek?
You didn't even make the smush sound.
Right, okay. Let me start over. Okay.
I hope we all know why this is really uncool. This guy's name was Benjamin Glaze, and he was adamant that he wanted to remain chaste and pure. He was holding off on that for the right one, and that's really sweet. I really do hope that one day he can like get through this and can kind of like wipe it from his memory and, you know, be like, just because it was my first time doesn't make it my first time, you know what I mean? Hopefully he can work through that, because there were some people being like, it's just a kiss. Okay, and it was a boundary he had, and quite frankly, not a boundary that he should have had to explain to Katie, and he did.
Come here, baby.
No, wait, hold on.
Come here.
She knew that he was waiting.
I can't kiss a girl without being in a relationship.
And she crossed it anyway because she's a what? Fucking bad person. Also, might I add, Benjamin was 19 years old. Katie was 30 years old. 19, 30. That boy was a child. Leave him alone. The New York Times obviously reached out to him after. They called him up, ring ring, and he said, quote, I was a tad bit uncomfortable. His first kiss was a rite of passage he had been putting off with consideration. I wanted to save it for my first relationship. I wanted it to be special. Would I have done it if she said, would you kiss me? No. I would have said no. I know a lot of guys would be like, heck yeah. But for me, I was raised in a conservative family and I was uncomfortable immediately. I wanted my first kiss to be special. That's really fucking sad. That's just such a creepy thing to do. You knew he didn't want it, and I hate to be this guy, but I'm gonna do it. Imagine it was a man. But if Katy Perry kisses a boy unconsensually, it's like,
oh my god, you're so cool. My name's Chad and I have no respect for women.
Unless your name's Chad, in which case I think you have a lot of respect for women. Both their rights and their wrongs. Our last one's just this goofy little Bo Burnham one.
This next performer, he's funny, he's filthy, and he's gotten over 20 million views on his YouTube, and he's only 18 years old. Thank God you're 18 at least. He's here to play his world premiere of his new song. Welcome to YouTube. Come on, everybody, make some noise for Bo Burnham!
Thank you, Mrs. Perry.
Thank you, Mrs. Perry. Literally, that's all. I just thought it was funny. He's such a weird little guy. Anywho, I hope we can all agree that Katy Perry is a weird lame-o. She shouldn't have a platform. She should not have money. And she should be finally canceled and should have all of her money drained from her account. You know what? I'm saying it. She's gonna get like 30 million from a nun and an old vet. So drain her account now. Live like us peasants for a year, bitch. I hope she never sees a dime of that 30 million. And I hope more information comes out about her and she's effectively canceled once and for all. If you guys have Katy T, Katy Lore, Katy Drama, put it in the comments. This was really fun and I kind of want to talk more shit about her. Any opportunity to talk about Katy, I'm gonna do it. I am as bad as Natalie Reynolds with Ash Trevino. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, if you guys want me to talk about Katy Perry more, I don't need that much convincing. I know for a fact there's so many things that I glossed over and I could talk about this till I'm blue in the face. Like, subscribe, bye.